Case study number 1. Where did the first Catholic Mass take place in the Philippines? This case study revolves around the historical controversy surrounding the location of the first Catholic Mass in the Philippines. Instead of merely emphasizing the significance of the event, the study delves into the historiographical aspects, focusing on the utilization of evidence and interpretation in understanding historical events. The central figure in this narrative is Antonio Figapetta, an Italian scholar and explorer who accompanied Ferdinand Magellan on his expedition to the Spice Islands. Figapetta kept a meticulous journal, serving as Magellan's assistant. Only 18 out of 240 men, including Figapetta, returned to Spain in 1522. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, as scholars delved into Philippine history, they began re-evaluating and accepted interpretation of the first mass location. Two primary sources are crucial to this debate. One is the dialogue kept by Francisco Albo, a pilot on Magellan's ship Trinidad, and the second, Antonio Fegapetta's account in Primo Viaggio Eterno al Mondo, means first voyage around the world. Historical controversies arose, challenging the traditional belief that Limasawa in southern Leyte was the site of the first mass. One alternative location proposed by historian Sonia Saide is Masao, also Masua, in Butuan. Based on Fegapetta's diary, this led to a congressional inquiry in 1995, ultimately referred to the National Historical Institute for a historical finding. Another claim is from Pangasinan, especially in Bolinao, where it is believed that Odoric of Porderon celebrated the first mass around 1324. A marker in Bolinao Church supports this claim. However, Limasawa remains a strong contender. Francisco Albo's logbook mentions that erection of a cross on a mountain overlooking the island. The Philippine Congress declared Limasawa as the special state in 1960, Republic Act No. 2733, and reaffirmed in 1996. Jesuit priest Miguel A. Burnett's study of Fegapetta's maps pointed out that the crucial aspect of Butuan's geography, such as the river, were not mentioned, strengthening an argument of Limasawa. In conclusion, the case study highlights the complexity of historical interpretation, showing how different sources and perspectives can lead to controversies and debates. The search for the true location of the first Catholic Mass in the Philippines involves careful examination of primary sources, critical analysis, and a nuanced understanding of historical events. Case study number 2. What happened at the Cavite Mutiny? The case study delves into the controversial events of the Cavite Mutiny in 1872, a pivotal movement in Philippine history that contributed to the awakening of nationalism among Filipinos. This historical episode is represented by two contrasting perspectives. The Spanish viewpoint, largely shaped by Jose Montero y Vidal and Governor General Rafael Izquierda, and the Filipino response, particularly articulated by Dr. Trinidad Hermenegildo Pardo de Travera. From the Spanish perspective, the Cavite Mutiny is depicted as a planned attempt by the Indios, or natives, to overthrow the Spanish government in the Philippines. Montero y Vidal and Governor Izquierdo highlighted a conspiracy involving educated learners, mestizos, native lawyers, residents of Manila and Cavite, and native clergy. The alleged plan included the liquidation of high-ranking Spanish officers and the massacre of friars. The mutiny, triggered by a misunderstanding during a feast, was crushed with significant consequences. Major integrators were killed. Gomborsa, 3 Filipino priests were sentenced to die by strangulation and the patriots faced imprisonment. The Spanish government's harsh response, including the excavation of Cambursa, played a role in shaping Filipino nationalism. On the other hand, the Filipino version, presented by Dr. Travera, challenges the Spanish narrative. Travera argued that mutiny was a result of disfaction among native Filipino soldiers and laborers. In the Cavite arsenal due to the abolition of the privileges, he implicated Governor Escudero's policies, including the abolition of privileges and the prohibition of founding schools for Filipinos. As catalyst of the unrest, Rivera suggested that Spanish friars and Escudero magnify the mutiny into a conspiracy to maintain the influence in the face of implementing reforms. The episode, according to Rivera, was turning point of the fueled nationalism, eventually leading to the Philippine Revolution in 1896. The case study highlights the battle of perspective, with primary sources shaping constructing narratives. The Spanish version emphasizes a perceived native threat and justifies a strong response, while the Filipino response attributes the mutiny of discontentment and portrays it as a tool for the Spanish friars to work reforms. This divergence in perspective contributed to the complex socio-political landscapes that paved the way in the Philippines' journey towards independence. Case study number 3. Case study number 3. Did Rizal retract? The case study revolves around the continuous issue of whether Jose Rizal, a national hero here at our country, actually retract his writings against the friars and the Catholic Church before his execution. This matter is of significant historical importance, as Rizal's writings played a crucial role in inspiring resistance against colonialism and contributing to the formation of the Filipino nation. The document in question, known as the Retraction, supposedly signed by Rizal a few hours before his execution, declares his belief in the Catholic faith and renounced everything he wrote against the Church. The discovery of this document by Father Manuel Garcia on May 18, 1935 raised questions rather than providing clarity, as the text retraction differed significantly from copies held by Jesuits and Archbishop. The difference included variations in wording, paragraphing, and the absence of witness names in Father Blagger's copy. Some of the key differences between the original and the copies raised doubts about the authenticity of the retraction. The differences included variation in certain words, paragraphing structure, and the absence of witness names in Father Blagger's copy. The imitations of the original found in Manila newspapers further fueled skepticism about the true nature of Rizal's retraction. It is crucial to note that neither of Archbishop nor Father P saw the original document. Instead, they saw a copy allegedly done by someone capable of imitating Rizal's handwriting, while the original, reportedly damaged by termites, was in the possession of some friars. The lack of distinction between the genuine and the imitation of Rizal's handwriting by both Archbishop and Father P adds complexity to the situation. The study concludes by emphasizing the need to investigate the questions of Rizal's retraction thoroughly. Regardless of Rizal's hero status, the authenticity of the documents is crucial for historical accuracy. If the documents were indeed forgeries, there are implications for those responsible for attempting to deceive the nation. The case study highlights the challenges of interpreting historical events, especially when faced with conflicting documents and perspectives. and the importance of meticulous examination to uncover the fate. Case study number 4. Where did the cry of rebellion happen? The case study explores the historical ambiguity surrounding the cry of rebellion, a crucial event marking the beginning of revolutionary activities against Spanish colonial rule in the late 19th century Philippines. Taking place in August 1896, the cry became a symbol of resistance against Spanish oppression. Yet controversies persist regarding its exact location and date. The narrative provides a glimpse into conflicting perspectives of various historical figures, each offering distinct accounts of where and when the cry of rebellion occurred. By Lieutenant Olegario Diaz, he places the event in Balintawak on August 25, 1896. By Teodoro M. Calao, a historian, locates it in Kangkong, Balintawak during last week of August 1896. Santiago Alvarez, a Katipunero, claims it happened in Bahay Toro, Quezon City on August 24, 1896. By Pio Valenzuela, a Katipunero, states it took place in Pugad Lawin on August 23, 1896. By Gregorio Saide, identifies Balintawak as the location on August 26. Teodoro Agoncillo attributes it to Pugad Lawin on August 23, 1896, in alignment with Pio Valenzuela's account. On Guillermo Masangkay's account, describes a significant meeting on August 25, 1896 at Antonio Samson's house in Caloocan, where leaders like Andres Bonifacio, Emilio Jacinto, and others discussed the uprising. Tor, their cedula certifies and declared their severance from Spanish rule. The study acknowledges the conflicting details arising from primary and secondary sources. The differing locations, Balintawak, Kangkong, Pugad Lawin, and Bahay Toro, coupled with the varying dates of August 23, 24, 25, or 26, stem from Bonifacio's movements to evade pursuing Spanish authorities. His strategic shifts contribute to the confusion, and as the Katipuneros faced the constant threat of discovery and capture. The analysis highlights the complexity of historical narratives and the challenges in pinpointing specific details of events, especially during times of clandestine activities. The conclusion underscores the need of nuanced understanding, acknowledging the multifaceted nature of historical events and the influence of context on perspectives of those involved. The disagreements of over the cry of rebellion reflect the dynamic evolving nature of historical narratives, shaped by the interstices of vast and diverse perspectives of those who contribute to its retelling.